Showcasing local talent, professionals, and everyday people making Salt Lake City what it is today. It's time for another episode of the I Am Salt Lake podcast.
I want to welcome you guys out today to a brand new episode of the I Am Salt Lake podcast. My name is Chris Hollifield. I am your host. Welcome to my show. Thank you so much for checking it out, for giving it a listen. However you found it, however you're listening to it, thank you so much. I got a great episode. Jarom and Tiffany Bischoff, they come into the studios. We sit down, we chat, we talk about Crucial Fest 5. It's going on here in just a couple of days, depending on when you're listening to this episode. It goes on June 18th through the 20th right here in Salt Lake City. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk music. We're going to talk about what you can expect. We're going to play some tracks from some of the bands that are playing Crucial Fest 5. We're going to talk Salt Lake City. We're going to talk about the music scene. We got a really great conversation. We're going to be jumping into that here in just a minute. Really quickly, I want to mention the website for the podcast, iamsaltlake.com. It's where you can go and find the complete back catalog. All the other episodes, you can download them right there on the website. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, so make sure to connect. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. I'd love to know what you're thinking about the podcast. I want to thank John Farmer from American Musicians Radio for letting me use his recording space to record this interview. I want to thank Ryan Prince for sitting down and co-hosting this episode with me. I want to thank each and every one of you for your continual support. Without you guys, this podcast would not be where it is today. So with that being said, why don't you guys join us as we talk to Jeremy and Tiffany Bischoff at the American Musicians Radio Studio here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So anyway, we'll get chatting.
Sweating like I'm ready for a job interview. That's what it feels like.
It's kind of warm.
I'm not really. I don't really.
Instead
get
of that though, it's like it's like a showcase of you. It's like the star. So think of it more like you're going to talk in church.
Just kidding.
You guys ready?
That's even worse.
I was waiting for you to laugh.
Way worse.
Church of Jarom.
The Church of Jarom.
Well,
let's get chatting. Who do we have with us today? We have Ryan Prince co-hosting the show with us today.
What's up, team?
And we have Jarom Bischoff. Am I pronouncing it right still? After how many episodes?
Perfect pronunciation. Thank you very much for practicing at home. I appreciate it.
And then his wife Tiffany.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. So I've had Jarom on the show quite a few times. We were talking about that before, but usually Tiffany kind of sits in the back and doesn't say a whole lot. And this time we're going to hear from her and kind of find out a little bit about her. So we're here to talk about Crucial Fest 5. It's going to be going on June 18th through the 20th. I guess we still haven't figured out how many times you've been on the show. Crucial Fest 4. Okay, and then Exigent. We talked about Crucial Fest.
I think 4 times because I think I've come twice to your place downtown.
Yeah.
And then the first year that I came on, we did one for Exigent Records where we talked more about just the music scene and everything. And then Crucial Fest, either 2 or 3.
One of the times I wasn't living too far from here, I think, too.
Yeah.
As well, here in kind of Sugar
when I saw
House.
the address of this place, I was like, no,
it's not
me back there.
the same place, but so I'm happy to have you back on the show, and I'm seriously thank you so much for all the support that you've given the podcast. And I don't want to really sit here too much with the history of Crucial Fest because I'll put the links up that people can listen to that if they're really dying to find out about what inspired you to start Crucial Fest, and I'm sure the dreams kind of changed a little bit. Even would you say?
Sure. Yeah, I mean it changes every year.
Well, let's start there. Actually, what's the biggest difference this year versus, say, the first year?
Well, I think it's more of a lot of small differences that have accumulated over the years. I don't know that I can peg just one major difference, but the festival, I think the talent that we're bringing from out of town is a lot different.
It seems stronger. Like
it's stronger. I think overdoing it for the past 5 years certainly made a lot more connections with agents and bands and sort of jumped on some good opportunities to bring bands that I really like. Not that I didn't like the bands before, but before it was also started as more of a variety show where it was still heavy music, rock and metal stuff, but it also included a whole plethora of other stuff from hip hop, indie rock, singer-songwriter, whatever. It's not really that way anymore. It's kind of, as we've experimented with it over the years, I've found that, just cutting away I don't want to call it BS, but just cutting away, trimming the fat or whatever to have a festival that's really coherent and specialized is a lot easier to do somehow, than trying to go after every different angle. And, I wanted Crucial Fest originally to be something that brought the different music scenes together. But I think I reached out too far into different scenes that were almost incompatible fan-wise. I mean, a lot of people like a lot of different music, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they will go from attending this type of concert to attending a totally different type of concert. So yeah.
And I could think of specific years that it was probably more that way, like when you had like the hip hop, the metal.
We did a big hip hop focus on the third year, and it didn't work at all.
Yeah,
and
which I was kind of bummed about.
I was really bummed
I'm not
about
like
it.
a huge hip hop person, but I love the local hip hop.
I do too, and the local hip hop acts that I booked were really good.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like Atheist, Mind State,
Sam.
Yeah, Sam from Logan, ROI. It was like really talented artists, but it just didn't jive with the rest of the festival. And I put all of it on one show to sort of have a little bit of like a reprieve from the rest of the festival and have, okay, now let's have a big hip hop show. But none of the metal heads or hardcore kids or whatever you want to call them
went over to it.
Came.
Yeah.
That was
And
their
it was
break.
one of the funnest shows.
It was really
so
fun, other than being stressed out about no one being there.
Yeah, no one showed up.
In that other voice, like I mentioned, Tiffany.
Hello.
I wanna. How did you? Because you haven't always been helping with Crucial Fest, have you?
No, I started the second year.
And you're just helping more and more each year, or
Yeah.
what's
Yep.
your story? Because now we got the microphone
Yeah.
in front of you.
So I started the second year just kind of helping out. Jesse and Thomas were, with Jarom mostly. And I just kind of helped out here and there with ideas and helped out with the merch during the festival. And then every year I've just, helped out more and more. And this year it's basically just me and Jarom doing it. So it's fun. I love it.
Things always go better when you have a female involved in the leadership, the decision making.
It's true.
Well, I
Just
hope
the
so.
the gaps get filled in so much smoother when it's not just guys trying to run a.
You don't know how many times like something will happen, usually in social media or something like that, and I say there's some type of a complaint against Crucial Fest or something from someone for whatever reason, and I'll just sort of get mad about it and want to just confront it head on and put it out in the open and whatever and just speak my mind. And Tiffany's always there to be like, don't do that. Nope, don't say that. And she really
kinda keep him grounded as
she
much
keeps
as
me
I
in
can.
line and keeps me from embarrassing myself. I mean, I still get through it and embarrass myself, but it's nice to have her there helping. She does
Like a communications concierge.
yes,
Yeah, I like that.
communications consultant.
Is it tough though, being married and
Yes.
working together? Yeah.
Marriage is hard.
Yeah, marriage is hard. Screw the Crucial Fest
We all
part,
know
right?
now to the
we all
next
know this
part.
to be true. But you guys
And
are smiling.
we actually work well together.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
Definitely.
When it comes to the work part, I think we can communicate pretty well, and
Plus, it
I
gives
think
you
it works.
time to spend together. While you're
It
working
does.
on
Doing
fun
something
together.
Doing something that matters to us, not just spending time together watching a movie or whatever, which is great too. But having a purpose together, it definitely
getting
bonds
excited
us.
about something and stoked about different things about the festival, it helps.
Tiffany, have you always been musically your genres have lined up with Jarom's? Is that
Yeah.
something you guys have always bonded over?
Yeah. In high school, we dated, and he was a drummer, and he introduced me to punk music, and it kind of went from there.
What a good boyfriend.
I know.
Who were your go-tos? Who were your high school punk bands?
Pop punk bands. So No Effects, No Use for a Name, Pennywise, anything fast and melodic, even like MXPX and Slick Shoes and that kind of stuff. I was really just a little high school pop punker, and I loved every minute of it.
Where were you coming from, Tiffany? What were you listening to country before? What was going on?
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Why did you
That
jump
was
so
me.
quickly to country, Ryan?
I was just teasing. I mean, I was trying to.
I was wondering. I was like,
No, it makes
what do you
sense.
know that I don't know?
Well, I grew up. I mean, I went to Davis High. Like half of our school was farmers. We had a lot of country kids.
Well, that's where we were in Smithfield. That's
Yeah, we went to country line dance and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we could swing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pop punk
I
was
was
my-
But then when
Mariah Carey.
like no effects though, and who else? MXPX.
Yeah, Bad
I haven't heard
Religion.
MXPX is said in so long. I love those guys.
Bad Religion.
I still listen to
You know.
MXPX.
Oh yeah, I saw
still
them out
listen
at
to
the
all
Warped
that
Tour
stuff
when I was back
as,
there. Yeah,
And Blink 182.
Oh yeah,
Of
they were
course.
huge.
loved
That's
it,
awesome.
man. That Travis Barker taught me drums.
See, that I think that having the musical core is a big deal because you're setting a tone in the home. You go home together, regardless of the path your days take. If you guys are working on things together, and maybe you're obviously vibing the same a lot. But when people are separate and you come home and you've got some of the same music that you decompress to or you just enjoy, I think that's really key. I've been in some relationships where like that wasn't the case, and it's
We don't have music in common.
Yeah, I mean the headphones go on.
Dude, how did
and
you
the
even last
divisions-
past one date?
I don't think that
Yeah, I mean,
works ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always
You're
been
right, it
in
didn't
the
work.
same music scene as he has
that's
ever
awesome.
since high school. I mean, I was married before Jarom, and he, my ex-husband, was a drummer as well, and I kind of managed his band a little bit, so that kind of helped me out.
Yeah,
with
her ex-husband
knowing
is
what
Nick
to do.
Crosley, who was in a really awesome screamo band called Part 2 back in the day, and then still plays music a lot and does solo stuff, and he's a really talented musician as well. So even, I mean, I was always friends with Tiffany and Nick when they were married. A lot of that was just through music, bands playing together and whatnot, and we would hang out with them when my old band Loom would go through Cache Valley. And so, yeah, music is definitely the core of our whole friend group.
Yeah.
What I forgot to mention at the beginning, we're going to play some music actually of some of the bands that are going to be playing at Crucial Fest 5. Jeremy emailed me over some of the music that he thought we should put on this episode, so we're going to be playing some of those songs. We're going to be talking more about the bands that are going to be playing and more about Crucial Fest. But let's play one of the songs. How about this Goatsnake song, or was there a certain order?
Oh, yeah, start there.
Let's start with Goatsnake. They're playing Saturday, June 20th at Urban Lounge. Anything you want to talk about that before we play Goatsnake?
So it's pretty epic that Goatsnake is coming here to play. It's been over 10 years since they've played Salt Lake City. At the same time, they have ties to Salt Lake City.
What kind of ties?
Well, like Iceburn.
Okay.
And those guys, Gentry and Cash, I know are good friends with Greg Anderson and those guys. I don't know specifically anything, but, Eagle Twin is on Southern Lord, and that's the record label that Greg Anderson runs. And so they do have some ties to Salt Lake. And before this 10-year period or whatever, they used to come through fairly frequently, if not with Goatsnake, then with some of their other bands. So it's a pretty big deal that they're coming to Salt Lake, and it's also simultaneously a really big deal that they just put out a new record, and it's their first full-length studio record in 15 years. And it's really awesome. That's what this song is off of. The album's called Black Age Blues. I don't know if you have the track name down there.
It is Elevated Man.
Elevated Man, that's right. Yeah, it's
so
a really cool
we'll be
song.
playing that. We'll come back. We'll chat more about Crucial Fest and all that. want to talk about the complete lineup, or how do you want to do this? I mean, I guess people can go on the website. I mean, there's so many. How many bands are playing this year, Jarom?
50
bands.
Maybe
I mean,
like 49 or 48 now, because we've had a couple drops, but that is just how it goes. But roughly 50 bands. And another thing is this year there are more touring bands or out-of-town bands than there ever have been before. So the ratio is going from like the first year was like 10% to whatever, and now it's at 40% or something like that. And I think eventually I'd like to land right at 50% so that Crucial Fest ends up a half local, half national festival, because I think the whole point of Crucial Fest that has remained strong is that part of the purpose of it is to put really great local bands on the same stage as really great national bands, and let the music sort of speak for itself and show people how equal they are.
do you feel that you had, by doing, the 5th year of doing Crucial Fest, do you think you had a little more pull with being able to, pick and choose the bands versus...
Yeah, and I had some help from Nicole Dumas last year and again this year, because she's a booking agent, and at first I was a little bit intimidated working with booking agents because they can be rough around the edges. That's just part of their profession and how they make bands money or whatever. But over the years, just reaching out to people, every year we reach out to, 100 or more bands and booking agents, and just from like making the contacts and taking care of the bands that do come to Crucial Fest, I think the reputation of the festival has increased. And so like this year we got a lot more submissions of some really great bands and stuff, and so I think the interest is definitely rising on a national level.
Have you found people to even recognize it a little bit when you contact them? Oh yeah, Crucial Fest. Versus like in the beginning, they're like, oh, Crucial Fest, what's that? Now it's kind of like, oh yeah, Crucial Fest. Let's, we want to play that.
Yeah, I think I've seen that a little bit. There's always been pretty good local interest as far as local bands. Crucial Fest has had really amazing support from the local music scene from the first year. And even the first year it went so well only because of the excitement and the interest of all the local bands. But nationally, yeah, like where I would have maybe been blown off before, I definitely like get better responses from agents that I hit up, and I've definitely seen that get better over time.
When do you start planning this? I mean, isn't it? It's like at the beginning of the year, right? Or you even go, or like pretty much when the
start
last
mapping
one
it
ends.
out and coming up with our plan in the fall. But then it gets into the holiday season, and it's really pretty impossible to get anything serious done. So in about January 10th or so, after the holiday thing is sort of over, then we get into it pretty hard, and we hit it hard at first. There's a whole phase of just booking, and that's all we're doing, and there's just phases of how we do it. It's booking first, and then it's sponsor shopping, and then it's, some publicity, and then advertising and promotion, and then hosting. So yeah. It's a lot of work.
Just to give even Ryan a taste of, because, this is Ryan's first episode sitting in on this. I've heard some of the stories, and even people listening that might not have heard. You put in a lot of hours. And so if you see, Tiffany or Jarom at Crucial Fest, tell them thanks. Because they put a lot of time into putting on the festival.
Yeah. Come tell me thanks.
Tell them thank you.
Appreciate me.
Yeah. No, a thank you is nice. A thank you is nice.
No, Jarom works so hard for 6 months straight. He does not stop thinking about it, working on it, on his phone, working,
on
looking,
his phone.
doing things.
It's almost a problem sometimes. Don't you?
Get off your phone.
Your phone,
yeah.
just drop it. It's 11 o'clock at night. Let's watch a freaking movie and just stop.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Crucial Fest anymore.
Because you're not working on it. This is your job, right?
I definitely have to make money somewhere. So this, this isn't my only job, but I do consider it a serious, part-time job. eventually that would be great if it could work out and it could be my only job at some point.
Yeah.
I thought you did a really great job with the website. I cruised on the
thank
website, and the
you.
one thing I really liked about it is the structure is beautiful. Like the band names, the layout's so well done. And every time you click on a band name, it goes to their Bandcamp or their own page.
Isn't that
and
fantastic?
It's very quick to access their jams and go back to the main page and go to the next band, access some of their music.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good to hear.
I thought the website was really well done.
Nice. I'm so excited about
Really
it
easy
this
to
year.
tour. If you hadn't heard of Crucial Fest and you go to crucialfest.com, you can
get,
cruise through it and get
total feel of it.
exposure and find a few that are going to work for you and see
Yeah,
which
and
day
it's really
and times
simple
to show
too.
up. Yeah, I don't know how you did that or whatever, but
So I have
thought it was
a
great.
friend named Joseph Meekum who helps me with web design, and the whole point of this website was for him to help me build a website that I can control. And so since
great.
I'm not a web developer or a programmer, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to that sort of thing. I need someone to help me figure it out. But he's really put it together in a way where I can get in and change the layout and change, the bands and put in their links and get the sponsor logos up there and sort of be in control and be able to post. We're going to launch a news section in the next couple of days, and I'll be able to get in there and just post news easily. Because in the past we've done websites and he's helped before, but it's been sort of hard to get him to go do something when he's on a totally different schedule, but I need it done now because it's just this random thing I have to hurry and do or whatever. So I've really tried to move away from that and move to something that I can be in control of. And he's done a really amazing job at taking any of my ideas and implementing them and making a nice, slick website. So shout out to him for sure. He's been great this year.
Cool.
Hire that guy.
I want to play another song here before we get chatting too much. I want to play a few tracks on this episode, like I mentioned. Let's play. Looks like next on the list, Royal Thunder. They're playing Thursday, June 18th, Area 51. That section starts. I'm looking on the list here.
So that's the evening
that's the
show
evening.
on
Starts at
opening night.
9:00.
Doors at 9.
Let's talk tickets when we get back from this song. Cool. How you're breaking that down and how that works. So Royal Thunder.
Did you hear how that girl screamed right during the break? You're going to be able to sketch that out too.
Time Machine from the album Crooked Doors. And I'm going to try to put the links for these bands as well.
That'd be awesome.
Try to do a good job of that as well. So we'll play Royal Thunder. We'll come back and chat more Crucial Fest. how does it work? So tickets, people listening, this podcast, it's about, depending on, a few days away, depending on how quickly this is listened to.
Cool. So the whole ticket system it borders on confusing, but it's actually going to make for a really smooth running festival. You have two basic options if you want to come. You can either buy a 3-day pass, and that will get you into all the shows, or you can buy single show tickets. So with the 3-day passes, there are a few different passes. There's the regular pass. It's $55, and it gets you into all of the 6 showcases of Crucial Fest. You can get that at our Big Cartel store. Maybe you can get the link up or something.
I'll put that on
but
the
it's just the
website as well.
exigentrecords.bigcartel or
just go to crucialfest.com. I mean,
just go to crucialfest.com and click buy tickets, and it will take you to the wristbands. So you can get 21 plus wristband, which gets you into every show. You can get an 18 plus wristband if you're age 18, 19, or 20, and that will get you into the 18 plus stage at Area 51 each of the 3 days. And so we have some of the best bands playing on that stage, or the ones that might have more wide range appeal. So you can go and see one show each day, and that's only $20. So if you're 18, 19, or 20, go check it out, and you can see which shows that you can go to with that. Also, we have a VIP ticket, which we're doing a big VIP room this year, just in an effort to treat the local bands better, make them feel special, and just kind of experiment with it and see how it goes. So
like a swanky velvet couches.
Yeah. So there's at Area 51, there's 2 stages. There's an 18 plus stage that's a bigger room, and there's a 21 plus stage that's a smaller room with a bar. And so obviously you have to be 21 to go to that one. But then from the bar, there's a staircase. You can go up the staircase. You have to be on the list or have your VIP wristband. And then up there, you will get some free drinks, compliments of Wasatch Brewery. I think Ogden's Own is going to help us out with some spirits. They have their Underground and Porter's Fire, who are sponsoring the festival. And then we're just going to have a big spread of food and all kinds of amenities. We want to have like towels for the bands, and even, little things like 9-volt batteries or whatever people might need. And so we're just going to see how it goes. And it's going to be a VIP room / green room. So that's where the bands will be hanging out. And I want to sort of create an environment where local bands can get to know the out-of-town bands, and
great for networking even.
Yeah.
Just get to know each other.
Good for networking. I think it'll be, there's like a private smoke deck up there, and I think it's going to be nice.
Maybe hire some massage therapists, get some tables.
Let's see, do I know any massage therapists?
Oh, maybe me. Maybe I could do that.
What do you think, Tiffany? You want to give massages during all of Crucial Fest?
Oh, yeah. I probably will have time for that. I'll probably have a lot of time for that.
Exactly.
So during the fest, I mean, what you might have mentioned at the beginning, but what are you going to be? I mean, what is your role? What besides everything? I mean, it seems like you have everything, but I'm sure you have separate roles.
Yeah, kind of. I support Jarom.
Yeah.
Anything and everything he needs. I kind of coordinate the volunteers that we have running the merch table, the VIP room, and we have some loaders and stuff. So I've kind of coordinated that, so I'll keep them on track. And yeah, just to be there to support Jarom in anything he needs.
Yeah, Tiffany's put together our whole volunteer schedule and reached out to people and got that all figured out, which is great. That's one of the things that I definitely need help with. So she's got that all under control. And so, yeah, when she's there, she'll be like the people that she'll be the person that the volunteers are answering to, and she'll be sort of coordinating that.
Yeah.
And running the merch table and
doing massages in between.
Yeah.
No.
So you're licensed, huh? That was your deal?
Yeah, I work.
You still do it all the time?
Yeah, I work at the Grand America Spa.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's super great.
To come down there for a massage.
Yeah.
Salt Lake's 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Let's play another song. Let's play another track here, and we'll come back, pick your brain some more here. But I don't know if you just want to go to the next song on the list. Ides of Gemini. Is that how you pronounce them?
Yep.
Looks like they're playing Friday, June 19th at Area 51. It's an early show. How early is early?
Early is doors at 4, music at 5, music ends around 9 to 9:15, 9:30ish, and then the late show starts at 10.
We got Cult Leaders playing that set too, or that
Cult
grouping.
Leader. That show has a really crazy lineup. We have Cult Leader, Rosetta is coming in for that, which I'm really excited about. Then Ides of Gemini. Norska is a doom band from Portland that played Crucial Fest 2. And then we have on the 21 plus stage, let's see, we've got the Ditch in the Delta headlining, and then our out of town bands there are Castle, which is a metal band from San Francisco, and also Demon Lung from Las Vegas, and then some really good openers as well. I mean,
Oxcross.
Oxcross.
Gotta love those guys.
There's a lot of really great bands on that. And then also on the 18 plus stage, there's Dysphoria and Dethrone the Sovereign, which are two local bands with great followings, great music, but that I've never personally seen, or I don't really know them very well. So I wanted to reach out of my box and invite some cool local bands that I have not thought to invite before. And I'm really excited about both of them as well. And then Odium Totus is opening up the 21 plus side, and they're a really amazing black metal band. So there's a good variety in there, but it's going to be nice and dark and fun.
I gotta compliment you. You are not looking at notes.
No.
This
He
is
knows
in
what
your.
he's talking
You
about.
have got this locked down.
Yeah, write down the list.
Oh my gosh!
Seriously,
I love it. This is definitely right in your zone. I'm impressed with how you've just got this thing iced. That was awesome.
I've been over it several times. We'll just say.
Oh, that's cool.
He probably has to say it a million times a day. Well, let's play Ides of Gemini, and then we'll chat with Jarom and Tiffany some more. One thing I wanted to mention, maybe it was in years past, but I noticed you actually got like a local hotel or two to give discount for people from out of town. I was like, that is really rad.
That's a new thing this year, and that's something that I'm close to sort of peaking out on the Salt Lake City attendance, because all the people who are fans of this type of music know about Crucial Fest. They've been hearing about it for years, and there's still some room to grow and whatever, but really for the festival to go forward from this point, we need to accommodate people traveling in to the festival. And so this year I reached out to a handful of hotels, and the Hampton Inn downtown got back to me really quick, and we're really excited about sponsoring. So our deal with them is, we are just promoting them and promoting people to stay with them, and they are, giving me a few rooms for some of the bands, and also giving anyone who books through the link on our website $30 off. And so it's 1 block away from Area 51, easy walking distance, no taxis will be needed.
Easy walking distance to get into bars in the city.
Yep. It'll be really easy to get pretty much anywhere from there. I mean, it's only Urban Lounge in Area 51, and Area 51's exactly right there. Urban Lounge is a few blocks to walk, but it's no big deal. So yeah, really excited about that, and I think we got that in place this year, and hopefully people utilize it. But going forward with the festival, I think that's going to be something that we always try to do to bring people in and make it easier for them to stay. And it's a really nice hotel too. And, you just get a few people and split the room, and it's not very much money at all.
Can people like day of coming get that discount, do you think?
No, that discount runs until the 12th, until June 12th.
Oh, so this will actually probably,
Friday.
Yeah. So this episode will be up past that. So sorry if you're listening. You make sure to.
You missed it.
Yes.
But we will be posting about it this week and try to make sure everybody knows what's going on there. And maybe I'll be able to talk to the hotel and see if we can extend that date out a few days for the podcast. So
I'd personally like to
check it out.
I'd like to thank the Hampton Inn because they're right there close to the freeway. And that's always been kind of my go-to as I zip in and out of Salt Lake if I needed to stop in for a cup of coffee or something. It's right there. It's delicious.
So they have good coffee.
Yeah, they have excellent restrooms. Yeah, I was just my manager would always stay there. Anyway, whatever. It's a side note, but my manager would stay there, and then I'm like, hey, it's not that bad. Our company's giving you guys a ton of business. Thanks for the coffee
and the restrooms.
I'm out of here. Anyway, Hampton Inn's awesome. Good call.
And I actually didn't even notice. So they're all at either Area 51 or Urban Lounge. That's really easy because I know a few times they've been here and there and everywhere. And
so that's something again when I talk about those changes that are small changes over time. Yeah. At first I was sort of going for like the Fest in Gainesville or South by Southwest sort of feel where the way I wanted it to grow was getting more and more bars and more shows every year. And so it kind of can just be this big free for all where you get a ticket and you can just sort of choose your own adventure, go to whatever shows you want to. But I've just found that to not really work in Salt Lake City. For something like that, you need, 2 to 3, 4 city blocks with bars all over them and bars that are venues. A lot of the bars downtown, you have to like twist someone's arm to get them to okay, like a band playing there. And just doing that, like the sound's going to be off. The running of it's going to be off. It's just been better for me to book at venues that are all inclusive, in-house venues that have their own staff, that have their own sound. It just streamlines the process and makes it way easier to coordinate everything. Because when we're running around and taking down the banners and packing up the merch and racing over to another place, and then we have 2 shows going on at 2 different venues at the same time, and like just totally like splits the effort up and makes it a lot harder to get anything done or to, I don't know, keep it organized. So limiting the number of venues down to 2 this year, I think is going to be a smart move for us as far as running the festival goes.
You know what else is good about Hampton Inn?
Yes.
It's right there. It's right there by your venues. You're streamlining. You've got the Area 51 right there. Urban Lounge is probably 8 blocks away.
Yeah.
Hampton Inn is the closest hotel I can think of to this Salt Lake liquor store.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, if you're coming in from out of town, you're going to want to make a run.
And make sure you go there, 10 o'clock?
Before 10 o'clock, yep.
Closes at 10 o'clock. And
10 o'clock, get there.
Sunday's closed, so make sure to
stock up Saturday.
Just get the
You're doing this right, man. I like where you're... Yeah, do it.
How awesome would that
Sales
be?
through the roof. Come in with a little discount
That would
card.
be wild. That is in another universe for sure.
Well, good job streamlining it, man. I love your efficiencies. You're hired for some managerial things in the future.
Okay.
There's a couple more tracks I want to make sure to get on this episode of the podcast. So let's play this. Let's play one more song and then we'll end it. We have 2 songs on here. Which one do you want to end it with? You have, how do you say?
Just keep going down the list.
Keep going. How do you say that?
Kowloon Walled City.
Yeah. Wow. That's a tongue twister for me for some reason.
Kowloon Walled City.
They're playing Saturday, June 20th at Area 51. Early show starts at 2 o'clock, right?
Yep. Show starts at 2, doors at 2 anyways, music at 3. And then Kowloon Walled City is playing second to last just before Subrosa.
You don't want to miss either of those bands.
And just
At
after
all.
Giant Squid and Captured by Robots. And those 4 bands right there are key. You don't want to miss those. Kowloon Walled City came last year, and they just blew everyone away so hard that I had to make sure I could get them back. And they had a great time, and so they were totally into coming back. But I personally love that band. I think they're my favorite band on the festival.
They're good, yeah. And I think we played a track on the episode, too, that for Crucial Fest 4.
Oh, did we?
Which I'll put that, if you go to the show notes for episode 1.
What if it's the same track?
Maybe it could be. It doesn't matter.
It could be. It's a good one, though.
Yeah, it's a good track. I'm going to put the links for Crucial Fest 4 on this episode as well. Go to iamsaltlake.com. I believe it's going to be slash. What did I say? It's going to be episode 174, I think is what it said. So yeah, go check that. Go back and listen. I mean, there's good music on that episode as well. So
yeah, definitely.
We'll play that. We'll chat more. We'll wrap things up, and we're going to end it with one more song from another band playing Crucial Fest 5. And yeah, so we'll be back in just a second. Let's chat more here. We'll get this.
right.
We'll get this wrapped up here.
We're back.
So crucialfest.com, go there, buy tickets online. You're going to sell them at the door, obviously, for
Yeah,
people.
we'll
They'll be a little more
tickets
expensive.
at the door. You can pay at the door to get in, but the wristbands, if we have any left, we're selling a limited amount. So we've sold 75 early bird wristbands, which are like you get a discount for. I believe there's still some at Gray Whale, so you can call your local Gray Whale and see if they have any discounted tickets left. They probably won't for much longer. And then we're already selling the regular price tickets, and we're going to cap that also. So if there are still tickets left or wristbands left, we'll sell them at the first show, just the first day only. But if not, then you can just pay at the door and pick and choose, whatever couple shows you want to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to make sure you get there early because it could be packed.
Yeah, we
there
expect
could be
a
some
pretty
shows that are gonna
high
be full.
attendance this year, just based on how many tickets we've already sold and how many, all the band members get a pass, so they're there, and all the sponsors get some passes. So it is going to be pretty full. So if there's a show that you really want to go to, either go to 24tix.com/crucialfest and buy your individual ticket for that show, because then you're guaranteed to get in. But if it fills up to capacity, we will have to close down the door cover.
And I think I've said this to you before, but we are really lucky in Salt Lake City that we have something like this going on. I mean, there's a lot of cities that would dream of having something like this.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting. I
for
think
Salt
the reason,
Lake-
Salt Lake is lucky to have such amazing musicians and bands, and I feel like they're overlooked a lot, and that's one of the things about Crucial Fest is to really advertise and promote all these amazing bands and show people that, here's all these kind of more famous bands that you've heard of and you want to come see, but then you're going to see some locals that are just going to knock your socks off too. And so, Salt Lake is lucky to have a cool music scene and needs to be more aware of it.
I think we're slowly getting there.
Totally.
And,
Takes guys like you.
Well,
Takes guys
maybe
that are
not even
passionate, that
slowly.
want to put in the time. This doesn't come for free. Like the organization, the connections, and the work you're putting in is
It does take time too.
that speaks
5
well of the
years
city
now.
too. You're
But it is
living here.
clicking.
You want it to be rad. You want something rad to happen here, and you're doing something about it.
I want to promote the local bands, and I also want to change the image of Salt Lake on a national level where, there really are a lot of bands that don't play Salt Lake because it's a small city. Geographically, it's far away from other major cities, so it's hard to hit. And so in order for bands to make that extra effort, they have to know there's a scene here. They have to have heard of something, and seen that there's all these bands that come to Salt Lake for something. And so I think when we promote Crucial Fest and people out of state see it, they start to get the impression that Salt Lake really does have a thriving heavy music scene.
And it does. It does. Let's talk, before we completely wrap the show up. I like to talk about eating spots. There's going to be,
spots.
people need places to eat if they're in town. A lot of places, people, coming from the south end of the valley, coming from out of town, coming from Ogden, wherever, they might not know some good eating spots,
Here's a good
downtown.
place to eat. June 19th and 20th at Crucial Fest.
Oh, you're gonna have
We're gonna
food there?
have Lomo, a sandwich truck come, which is this friend of mine, Sebastian, who also plays in local bands and stuff, but he's a really great chef and has a truck that's going to be coming. So there's one really awesome place to eat.
No, any other food trucks or Lomo, you said?
Lomo's coming, and then there's a few other maybes. I haven't quite locked it down who's going to come on Thursday. And then on Sunday, here's something we should mention. On Sunday, we're doing an after party for Crucial Fest called Crucial Rest. And it's going to be, since Crucial Fest is age restrictive or whatever, you have to be at least 18. Crucial Rest is going to be free. It's going to be all ages, and we're going to make Crucial burgers and Crucial dogs that you can come and eat there. And it's going to be a little bit more of a social event. We're going to have some really cool bands play as well. Mother Killjoy, Donner Party House, Stargrazer, and Burn Your World are going to be playing that. And so that's going to be a lot of fun as well.
Where's that going to be at?
A little plug for that. That's going to be at the Music Garage, and
yeah.
it's going to be in the afternoon. So it's going to be doors at 1 and music from like 2 to 5-ish. So it's going to be just like an afternoon thing. People are going to be a little bit burnt out from all of the partying they've been doing during Crucial Fest. So this will be sort of just a relaxed thing. It ends early, so you can still go home and get your beauty sleep for your work the next day.
And you can bring your dogs and your babies.
Bring your kids. Yeah, this would be a really good time. I mean, we're all getting pretty old here in this music scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids around, and I think exposing them to music in this kind of environment where there's a real community feeling, I think is a good thing to do as early on as you want. So my kids will be there, and
that's over by there by Costco. Do you know their address?
It's right. It's on 1300 South and just about 3rd West. But you park actually in the Lowe's parking lot and then just walk right across the street. So it's on the north side of 1300 across from Lowe's.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, they moved down a little bit. I think they used to be further the other way. I had Steve on the podcast a long time ago. Great guy. They got a great thing going over there.
They do. And the new venue is a great spot. And part of this is to promote the new spot as well.
Excellent. I should try to get Steve back on the show. Designs. You're going to have shirts for sale, merch for sale,
yeah,
right?
You got
a brand new design this year, right?
Yep, we got a new design. We get it every year. Tiffany Bischoff has been our artist from the first year. So the artwork this year is a little more representative of sort of nightlife, and it's also a little more of a female emphasis because I mean, this kind of music tends to be a little macho sometimes. And like last year we had the whole bearded skull hive thing, which was awesome, really cool artwork and everything. But I think he just wanted to do something a little different. You know, he designed this. So we'll have this print in a variety of colors all over, anywhere from we'll have 3 different t-shirt options, and we'll have screen printed posters, full color digital posters, stickers, koozies, patches, all that junk. Anything you can dream of merch wise, you can get at Crucial Fest.
Awesome. Let's end the show out. This it's been fun. It's hopefully you guys had an opportunity. Hopefully you guys didn't get too burned out of listening about Crucial Fest. I know this it's
easy to do.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to talk about. It's a really good time. I mean, it's a fun atmosphere. There's a lot going on here in Salt Lake. It's fun to check it out and see what's going on here in the city and see some of the bands playing.
Yeah, this is I think a really excellent representation of the kind of heavy music, anywhere from rock, metal, doom, hardcore, whatever. I think this is a really good representation of the music scene in Salt Lake as far as that goes. And so anyone curious or interested in seeing what Salt Lake City has to offer as far as music goes would do well to attend and probably have a really great time, and definitely discover some new bands that they have never heard of that will become some of their favorite.
Right on. Actually, one thing I wanted to mention too, which is kind of cool, is on Saturday with the first Area 51 at 2:00, you can go hit up Farmers Market before. So you can get Pioneer Park right there, and and
1-2 punch.
Boom! Get your veggies, and then go over to Area 51 at 2:00.
Get healthy and then get drunk.
There you go.
Come with some new necklaces, whatever you want. Yeah.
But anything else you guys want to mention before we play Verkin?
Probably.
Besides, they're just a silly band, named after a silly town, right? In southern.
Verkin actually is not on the flyer because we added them a little bit late. Invaders actually had to cancel because they had some family stuff come up, which is totally fine. But Verkin's taken their spot, so I wanted to showcase them. They're playing Thursday, June 18th at Area 51. They're headlining the early show in the 21 Plus room. And so this is Peter Mikowski, Ben Dodds, and Tyler Smith is playing drums for them now, but he didn't play with them on the recording. But those dudes were in Form of Rocket and Accidente and a handful of other really great local bands. So they are going to be one that you don't want to miss.
Former Rocket was great.
I keep trying to get them to come to Crucial Fest and get back together every year. And I think I'm going to pull it off one of these years.
Be a good year. Well, you got Agape this year. Actually, I didn't mention that. I was impressed when I saw Agape on the bill. They haven't played in Salt Lake for, 10 years?
Really excited about that.
Check it out. Ryan Powers. Do a YouTube search for to listen to some Agape.
Yeah,
Go to crucialfest.com and click on their name.
Do they probably play music right
Take
there,
you
right?
right to their tunes,
Boom.
man.
Yep.
Yeah.
The website's
So
money.
yeah, definitely go check out the website and explore it. There's any of the band names that you can just roll over and click. It'll take you right to their Bandcamp or a video of them, so you can get to know the bands a little bit more. Also, the whole schedule is up there. Also, that the hotel accommodations. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can get that extended so that when this comes out, people can still get the discount. And then you can also sign up to be on our mailing list. And I like to, with our mailing list, like give out privileged information to the people who are on it. So I'll give like promo codes out, or I'll give a heads up when there's only 5 or 10 tickets left or stuff like that. So, I won't bug you or hit you up all the time. It'll just be every few weeks I'll send out a little, tip off.
How else can they connect though? You got Facebook, Twitter, name those as
we're
well.
all over.
Instagram.
Just Crucial Fest,
that
really, and I'll put I guess I can put the links on the things too, and
Yeah, there's event pages where you can RSVP and learn a little bit more, and then you can of course like Crucial Fest or Exigent Records. I'm Jarom Bischoff on Facebook. Feel free to connect with me and say hello. And at Crucial Fest or at Exigent Records, both on Twitter. Same with Instagram.
yeah, and so that's it. That's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. We're going to end it like I mentioned with Verkin. It's going to be I think you already mentioned they're playing Thursday, June 18th at Area 51.
Yep.
The song is Trickle Down. It's from the album Judge the Judger. Again, go to crucialfest.com, find out about all the bands playing, get tickets, all that good stuff. Thank you, Jarom. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you guys.
Thanks,
Good job.
Ryan, for
Appreciate it.
sitting in and
We'll see you at
gracing
Crucial
us.
Fest.
Yeah, we'll see you at Crucial Fest. Just a few days away, really. Whenever you're listening
next
to
week.
this, yeah, absolutely. So that's going to do it. Go to the show notes, iamsaltlake.com.
Today's a day of grapes and alms. Hallelujah! And asking forgiveness for our thoughts and reason, the minds that we're given. And the words in your book say treason are the records in stone. So cut out your eyes and choose blindness. Blindness of fear! ROIs and profit margins. As long as things turn out in our interest, pour the corks, pour the drink. We're gonna party. Smile. And then drawing divisions and standing your ground. Never compromise. Because we are the ones who are always right. You will always be wrong. So human beings have a lovely way of showing their love. My religion, convenience, and prosperity. It's in these instances one should always ask themselves, and who the fuck's interest is this anyway?